Hello everyone, welcome back to class. Today is the sixth class of the Free Linux JTT24 session. Today we're going to be looking at packages. I remember we started packages in our last class, so let's finish up. Okay. I have two servers on my SSH client, which is Temios. I have Amazon Linux, which is a Linux distro under the Red Hat package manager. And I also have Ubuntu, which is also a distro under the Red Hat package manager. Okay, let's begin with Ubuntu. The first thing you want to confirm if a package exists on a Linux distro that is under the that is under the Debian package manager. If you name the name of the application, there are some applications that you can check by simply using flag v or hyphen version. Okay, let's say git. Now I can just run git hyphen version. Okay, can you see my screen? Confirm if you can see my Temios.
Yes.
All right, so you see this tells us that I have this version of git. Okay, let's try with maven hyphen version. Okay, it returned nothing. Command maven not found. It tells us that there is no maven on this Ubuntu server. So this one will work, but not for a general means. The one that will work for general means is specific to package managers. So for Debian package manager and not the distros under Debian package manager like this Ubuntu, you run Debian pkg, Debian package, flag L, list for me. But I don't want to see all, grep for Maven. It returned nothing, just to tell you that there is no Maven on this. This will work for all kind of services, all kind of packages and application. Okay, let's try that with Git. You see, there is Git on this server, and that's how we are able to see this Git. This is 2.31.1. This is 2.34.1, 2.34.1. Okay, so that's how to confirm if you have Git or if you have an application on this server. Another way is to check the status of the package. So this hyphen version will work on all Linux distros, irrespective of the package manager they are under. All right. But this will work specifically for Debian managed distros of Linux. Okay. You can also check the status. Let's say for a service like Jenkins, if you want to confirm if Jenkins is on the system, you can check the status. How do we do that? We say sudo systemctl status of Jenkins. Right? You see this, it tells you Jenkins.service could not be found. That means there is no Jenkins on this server. This way also, if I run Jenkins version, it returned nothing. Okay. If I now run d package flag L hype and grep for Jenkins, You return nothing. So by three method, we've confirmed that there is no Jenkins on this server. Now let's begin the process of installation. Before you begin to install anything on your server, it's important that you first update the server. Now, how you will update a Linux distro under Debian Package Manager is not the same as how you will do when it is a Linux distro under Red Hat Package Manager. Okay, so for Debian Package Manager, 2 steps will take you to updating the server. The first one is sudo apt, or in other literature, you see it as apt-get. Sudo apt or apt-get update. What this will do is it will go and fetch all packages on this server that has a substantial update. All packages that can be updated. Okay. When it has done that, you can now run sudo apt upgrade. Okay. Reading packaging list. Can we clear? I'm not sure if I get that. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is there is no package that needs to be upgraded. But in other cases, you will see it will tell you, like you saw in our last class, to tell you there are 44 packages marked for upgrade. The next thing you run is sudo apt upgrade flag y. Okay, but rather than run this command one by one straightforward way to update Ubuntu Linux and other Linux distros that are managed by Debian is to combine both commands, sudo apt update with double ampersand sudo apt upgrade, then you put flag y. I told us what flag y will do for us. Whenever it requires us to answer yes or no,
Yes.
it automatically pick yes. Okay. So it's not getting upgraded. That's how to run updates on Linux distros managed by Debian. Okay. So once the update is completed, you can now begin to do installations. Okay. That's it. Installation complete. Now update complete rather. Now to install packages on this kind of Linux, the command is sudo apt install the name of the package. Let's install Apache 2. Then we say flag y. This is going to install Apache 2. That's it. We can also install other applications. We can install NTP flag y, network time protocol. Okay. We can install unzip, which is the command to unzip a file, flag y. That's it. So we've installed 3 things now. You see that the command is sudo apt install the name of the package you want to install, right? With the extension flag Y. You can also install file transfer protocol flag Y. Okay. So you want to confirm these files exist. You can start with FTP. So we'll say Debian package flag L pipe and grep for FTP. So you see we have FTP, that's the first one. How about NTP? It is there. Okay. How about Apache 2? It is there. All right. And if you want to uninstall, it's simple. Just change the install to remove. Removing FTP, and then FTP has been removed. Okay. So let's quickly jump to another distro, which is managed by Red Hat. For Red Hat, to confirm if a package is installed or is available, apart from using hyphen version, okay, apart from using hyphen version, this tells you these guys no longer they are not existing here. Java hyphen version, okay. You can also use the other one, which is to check the status. Okay, I can run systemctl status Jenkins. I mean, tell me the status of Jenkins. All right. So remember I told you this method hyphen version and checking status works on all distros of Linux, irrespective of their package manager. But the specific one for Red Hat managed Linux distro is RPM flag query or pipe and grep for the name of the package. There's no Java, just saw that. How about FTP? It's not here. How about JIT? This is not JIT. Okay, this is just showing you related things that have JIT inside. Okay. How about Jenkins? It's not here. Okay. So let's install some of these things. But before you begin installation, I told you, you have to update your server. Unlike Debian, that you will need to combine 2 commands, sudo apt update double ampersand sudo apt upgrade flag Y. For Red Hat package managers, to update the distros under them is simple sudo yum update flag Y. Sudo yum update will do all the necessary installations that you need. So no packages marked for update means the system is up to date. So let's go ahead and install sudo yum install, then the name of the package, httpd. So you will notice that what is changing here is the installer word. While that one is sudo apt, this is sudo yum. Then you put your flag Y. Okay, remember we tried installing this in our last class, and then we were not able to browse for it, but we were able to browse for the one on Ubuntu. So we'll try it again. We're going to try it again today. So that's it. Which other one can we install? How about we install NTP, Network Time Protocol? That's it. How about we install JIT? We'll learn more about JIT when we get into DevOps. How about we install FTP File Transfer Protocol? Okay. So if you now use the command rpm git, can you see we now have the real git? Okay. I can also run git --- version now, and it will return for me, you see, the version of git I have on this server. Okay. The same way you want to uninstall, to remove, sudo yum remove ftp, and that's it. It is gone. If I grep for ftp now, I won't see it again because it has been removed. Okay, so we have seen how to update our Linux servers depending on the package manager we fall under, how to install, and how to remove. Okay, we also see how to confirm if a specific application is running on our server or not. Now, there are some applications that can not be installed from any of these package managers. Okay, you will have to go and install them from their own external server. Okay, applications like that, you will not find them installable if you use yum or if you use apt, because they are not resident on the repository of these package managers. So to install them, you have to go to their external server. And the keyword we use in such installation is wget, sudo wget. Example is Tomcat. Tomcat is a web app tool which we can use to host web applications on our server. Okay, Apache Tomcat, even Apache Maven, they are not available on the repository of Linux packages. So where do you get them? You must go to their external server. Okay, let's check out with Tomcat. If I search for Apache Tomcat here, and then I click on download, let's say I want Tomcat 10. So I want to install it on my cloud server, which is EC2. I will not click on it directly here. If I click it directly, it's going to download it on this, my own physical PC. But I want it in my cloud server. What I'm going to do is I'll right click and copy link address. I'll right click and copy link address. Now come to my server. I'll use sudo wget and paste the link I just copied. Sudo wget, paste, and then tap. So what has happened is it has downloaded the installation file. Okay. However, this is a compressed tar file. And this is what's taking us to what we're going to learn next. Okay. You have multiple files and folders on your Linux server. If you want to do a backup of all of them together, Remember, we said we can do a simple backup by doing a duplicate when we're learning the copy command. You can do a backup of all of them together by tying them together and do a backup of the third file. That way, you will not have to undo them one by one. Let's start with a simple example. In corporate settings, if you need to send 7 files via attachment, so you will need to send over email 7 files. The standard thing to do is not to attach those 7 files one by one, such that you now have 7 attachments in your email. Standard thing to do is to what? Is to zip those 7 files together. Isn't it? When you zip them, they become one zipped file. Then you attach the zipped file. So that when the recipient or the recipients receive the email, they receive one attachment, they can now extract it on their own PC. That way, you have one file to manage and not 7 files. Okay. The same way, let's say you even want to send it into cloud, maybe storage. As you have zipped it, it is easier to move them together as one zipped file. All right. Have you ever tried downloading things on the internet and you find them zipped together? You now have to extract it on your own PC after you've downloaded the zipped folder. What they are doing is they are trying to reduce handling stress. Okay. So here, let us create some files, some empty files. Let's touch orange.txt, apple.sh, bash file, touch grep dot add file. I'm just giving them different extension. I can tell not to give them any extension at all. Okay, let's touch Oppo. So if I list, I have 4 files, empty files. And we make directory also. Make directory. Let's use fire, sand, water, wind. So we have 4 directories, 4 files. Okay. If I want to tar water and wind and orange and purple, I want to tar these 4 items. Orange and purple, they are files. Water and wind are directories. Okay. The command is this: tar, then the extension -cvf. Okay. tar -cvf. C means create a third file. V means verbose. Let me see what you're doing. And then F means the name of the files you want to tar. Okay, tar-cvf. Name you want to give the third file. Let's call it file1.tar. Then you list the files you want to tar and the folders as well. Water, wind, orange, then purple. And tap enter. Okay, that's clear. If I list now, I now have file1.tar. And within this third file, I have water directory, wind directory, orange.txt file, and purple file. Okay. If I want to see all the files within a tar file. All I need to do is to run tar-tf, the name of the tar file, okay, file 1. So you see it listed for me all the files within the tar file, okay. Let's try to do that with Apache. We also have a tar file. Can you see? Can you see this? These are all the files within this Apache Tomcat tar file. What's the command? TF. That means tar list for me all that is inside this tar file. And this is it. Okay. What if I now want to extract? I want to extract the tar file. The command changes. Come in and wait for yeah. Let's cd into, let's copy the tar file into another folder. So we say copy file1.tar into sand. The reason I'm copying it into sand is so that when I extract it, you will know that it has been extracted. Because if I extract it in this same directory, water is already here, wind is already here, we will not be able to say for sure that those are our extracted files. So I'm in sand now, and we have file1.tar. So to extract this, I will say tar-xvf. This time is not to create, is to extract. So that is xvf, the name of the tar file. That's it. So if I list now, can you see? That's extracted the content of this tar file. Okay. So can we go back and now extract this guy as well? But before we go, let me tell you, two things is happening here. Okay. tar.gz. This gz means compressed. This is actually a folder that was tarred and then compressed. Okay, let's return to our user home, clear screen, and let's extract. So what does the command to extract? You say tar-xvf, the name of that file, extracted. If I list, look at it here. All right. So it is a folder that was tarred and, look at it, compressed. Okay. So what I can do here, I extracted it. I can even also uncompress it. Okay, to uncompress, we can use unzip or g unzip. I can say g unzip apache.tar, and if I list, it's still this one. The reason why it is this is you are, the reason you don't think, you may not think it is because it already exists. But let's copy it to another folder first so you can appreciate it. So say copy apache.tar. Let's copy it into water folder. Let's cd into water. Let me list. And now let's run g unzip here. Oh, okay. It has actually been unzipped. So this is tad now. Do you see?
Yes,
Let me
yes, yes, yes.
let me quickly show you what happened with a plain list, clear rather. If I want to compress file1.star, the command is this. I want to compress it. I want to reduce the size. Okay. The command is gzip, the name of the file1.star. And if I list, do you see it now has gz here? It has been compressed. So a file that was 10 MB here, this is 10,740 kilobytes, that is 10 MB, is now 186 KB. It has obviously been compressed. If I want, and this was how this file was, it has that gz. So if I want to decompress these now, okay, it will become what? I will say g unzip now, the name of the file, file1.gz. And if I list, the gz is gone, right? One thing you will know about this file is when it was compressed, the size was not this much. But after I decompress it, the size now increased. Okay. So let's say we've been asked to do the current directory where we are now is our EC2 user home. Okay. Let's say we've been asked to do a backup of everything inside this directory. Okay. You've been asked to go and do what? Backup everything inside this directory. What does that mean? We will have to begin to do copy one by one. No, we just need to tar and compress the totality of this directory. Okay, let's try that. It's going to be tar switch cvf. What do we call the file? The tar file. Let's call it ec2 user dot backup. Okay, dot. Okay, let me see ec2 user 2 dot tar dot gz, meaning that tar everything in this. Okay, we've not finished. Then dot forward slash. Dot forward slash, like I told us before, means this current directory. Okay, so this command is a tar everything in this current directory. After you've tarred it, now compress it. That's it. Okay, that's tarred everything. Let us list. Where is easy to look at it here? So everything in this directory is this size. 54 MB. Do you see? Everything in this directory is what? 54 MB. So I can now copy this to a safe folder, knowing that everything inside this directory is what I've tarred and compressed in this place. Okay. So let me clear. Let's go back somewhere else. Here now, let's use sudo wget. Let's download again. You see now, this is our Tomcat. which we could not get from yum or update. Sorry, from yum or from apt. We had to use what? We get. Now we need to extract this guy. What do we do? tar-xvf, the name of the guy. If I list, has now been extracted, is a folder. If I cd into Apache folder and I list see all that we've downloaded. Okay. If I return by step and I list again, this is a TAD file and compressed. Take note of the size, 13 MB. Okay. This is 13 MB, or you can see 13.05 MB. If I decompress it, we expect it to be higher than this. So the command to decompress, G unzip, the name. And if I list, it is now pad, but not compressed. Compression means it reduces it in size, right? Now look at this guy, 13 here when it was compressed. Now when I decompress it, it is now what? 18.53 MB. Okay, so you've seen how to use simple tar commands. Most of our tools, when we get into DevOps, we will download them. We will download them from their respective external server. They come tarred and compressed, and from there we have to untar them and also decompress them for us to be able to use them. Okay, I think that's enough learning for today. I want us to be on the same path with the US class, and this was where I stopped with them, the US class. When we come into class next week, two major topics, or three rather: cron jobs, how to set cron jobs; bash scripts, how to create bash scripts; and then we talk about IP addresses, or we might just keep IP addresses. We're going to talk about it when we get into AWS. But importantly, next week we'll look at cron jobs and bash scripts. Okay, that's the end of class. Will there be any question?
Thank you so much.
You're
That was
welcome.
so intense.
Yeah, I know it's been a day. I didn't want to drag it so that you guys can go rest and then take time to watch the class videos and practice. This weekend, I'll be pushing one or two typical Linux interview questions to us on the group. Do well to attempt them. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too for coming. Enjoy your weekend.